Hey, Facebook. Okay, let's see if this works any better. How we doing this evening? Give me a thumbs up if you see me. Are we there? Are we getting there? Okay, so is the sound better? Is the video better? Everything's good? All right, so here we go. All right, so we're going to get into it. I look a lot better. Well, I didn't do anything different. I'm still the same old Longhorn. I did take a shower today, though. Yeah, that was cool. I guess maybe the problem that we was having with the video feed was that my neighbor changed his Wi-Fi password, so I had to use the other neighbor. So anyway, we back. So again, we're going to start from the top because y'all know I moved this over to a podcast. Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to What the Hell Longhorn. I'm your host, Longhorn the Comedian. Tonight we're talking episode 7. Are you ready for the next level? What is the next level? The next level is anything that you are doing that you want to do better, that you want to take to the next level. Your life, love, career, hobbies, your dreams, weight loss, better health, whatever it is that you're kind of stuck at this particular point, you want to take it to another level. That's the next level. That's moving forward with your life. Let's just say you want to be a movie star, or maybe even a porn star. Hey, bow, chicka, wow, wow. Anything is possible. I don't knock nobody. What you do is what you do. Okay. Whatever it is that you got in mind, you have to be ready to move in that direction. You have to be willing to do what it takes. You can't win the lottery if you don't buy a lottery ticket. You can't be the best violin player if you never take a violin lesson. It's just that simple. You have to take steps. You have to make moves in order to do what it is that you're trying to do. I'm going to take that back because I try not to use that word trying. You can't do what it is that you want to do if you don't take steps forward. Not getting biblical on you or anything, but it says that if you will take one step, God will take two. But you got to move in that direction. What keeps people from pursuing the next level or following their dreams or pursuit of happiness is a number of things. Priorities. People have their priorities mixed up sometimes. Instead of spending money on a real estate class so they can learn to sell real estate, they go out and spend $200 on a pair of shoes for your kids. I don't think that's quite really the way it should go. How can you move forward? You know, you stop and think about it. If you would about that real estate class, you could buy your kid a whole room full of shoes because then you're moving in the direction that's positive and following your dream of success. So our priorities getting away: family, children, spouses, significant others, pets. You know, you look up and your dog need a $10,000 operation and you spend that $10,000. Well, you could have spent that $10,000 on something else to help you with your life. Opinion of others. Many of us say that we really don't care what other people say about us. That's not true. To a degree, it's true, but deep down inside, the opinions of others is one of the biggest things that keeps us from moving forward, from following our dreams. We don't want to fail in the face of the ones who told you, I told you so, you shouldn't do this. Maybe this is not what you should be doing. Negative self-image and self-talk. I am guilty of that. Yeah, guilty. Very guilty. I never really felt like I was a great looking kid, good looking guy. I just didn't believe in me in that fashion. I didn't think I had the image that was necessary for me to be successful in the things that I did. Quite frankly, at one point in time, I had a gold tooth. Yes, I did. And because that's what you did back in the day, you know, gold tooth. Hey, man, you was it, old country boy. But what's funny is I did not realize how people treated me because of that. And I didn't realize how I didn't like me because of it. And once I got it taken out, it's amazing how the floodgates of various things happened and started to happen for me in my life. And my level of success actually increased. Words spoken over us by others. People telling you, you ain't shit, you ain't gonna be shit. Your mama wasn't shit, your daddy wasn't shit. And we believe these things. Are you just going to follow in the paths of your other people? They went to prison. You're going to go to prison. Won't you just settle down and be a doctor? Won't you? No, I'm sorry. Settle down and be a plumber or a carpenter or a trash truck driver. These are things that we are told as kids and sometimes even as adults that get into our heads, and we actually believe these things. We actually believe this is the truth when we're just allowing other people to speak, to prophesize into our lives and tell us the direction that they think that we should go. I had one of my aunties tell me that I was too old to do comedy. I was too old to be running up and down the highway chasing my dream of doing comedy, that I should go and set my old ass down somewhere and just get a job and, watch my grandkids grow up. I love her dearly, but I couldn't do that one. Worthlessness, unworthy. Yeah. Sometimes we don't move forward because we're just secure in where we're at. I work this job. I make $20 an hour. I know how much my check's gonna be. I got good benefits. I don't need to do anything else. I don't need to shoot for that management spot or try to look at another company. I don't need to do anything. I need to just sit right here and just do this. Well, what happens when this ends? Sometimes you got to check your cheese. There's a very good book if you haven't read it. Who Moved My Cheese? Because cheese moves all the time. What is the cheese? Change. Change happens. Self-image. I'm gonna go back to that one. How you see you. How you see you is so important, because sometimes we don't see ourselves in that level. We don't see ourselves on that next level. We don't see ourselves accomplishing our dreams. So therefore, we just say, you know what? I'm done. I'm just going to sit back. This Sunday, I'm going to watch football and drink beer. Matter of fact, the Cowboys was winning the last I checked. Yeah, that's right, Cowboys. Tell you something. Doubt and fear cannot occupy the same space. They can't. Because if you got doubt and fear, they're going to fight over that space. And that space is your head. And they're going to keep you from moving anywhere close to where it is that you possibly could go. Because fear is the number one thing. It kills everything. And we've all experienced it in some way, form, or fashion. And fear is real. Fear of failure, fear of not being able to do what it is that we're going out to do. Hey, Cheryl, I see you. Cody, I see you. Fear is a very real thing. And it keeps us from pursuing our dreams. It keeps us from realizing our potential. It keeps us from taking that one step. It keeps us from stepping outside of our boundaries that we already know. I tell young comics all the time, get out of that swimming pool that you know and go swim in a river backwards. I know that don't make much sense, but maybe it does make sense. Basically, what I'm asking them to do is to get out of your comfort zone and go somewhere and do something different. Go perform on some new stages. Go meet some new people. Go. Get away from what your norm. You can be, just because you're a nurse don't mean you can't be a doctor. Just because you're a fireman don't mean you can't be the fire chief. You just have to be able to step out on faith. Yeah. That's how we get to the next level. First of all, you got to trust you. You got to have faith in you. You got to believe in what you're doing, even when others don't, because the naysayers are going to neigh all day. Why? Because misery loves company. Yes, it does. Misery loves company. Sometimes you got to change your family. Well, you can't change your family. Sometimes you have to change your friends and associates that you hang out with. Because, quite frankly, you've never seen a millionaire hanging out with broke people, have you? Yeah, you don't see it. Unless he or she is there trying to teach you how to be better. Right. Just because you're midget, Davey, silly. Just because you're a midget don't mean you can't be a stripper. Very true. But you have to have faith in you. You have to trust you. You have to believe in you. And what you're reaching for has to be realistic. And that's the other one. We have to be real with ourselves. We have to really look at our goals, and we have to start taking steps towards our goals, towards that next level. We actually have to realize and sit down and plan for it. What does it take to get to the next level? In order to be a good butcher, you don't just walk in and just start cutting up cows. You have to open up a package of weenies at some point in your life. Wow. There it is. Thanks, Cheryl. Crabs in the pot mentality. Yeah, you're right. That's that misery. Misery love company. People see you coming up, man, they will grab you by your shirt and pull you down. I've had comics bad mouth me for no reason. They just saw I was moving in another direction. And I had a booker who was nice enough to tell me, hey, man, I like you, but this is what this person said and that person said. Sometimes we sabotage ourselves and we don't even realize it. But we have to move forward. You got to remove all the negativity from your path. Friends, family, associates, negative thoughts, negative feelings, all that. Yeah, you have to. Tell you a quick story. You can speak things into your life. I know firsthand. Some of y'all that know me know that I went to Germany 3 times to entertain the troops. When this whole thing came about me going to Germany, quite frankly, what happened was I bought my passport. I wasn't booked to go across the state, let alone out of the country. I bought my passport and I sat on that passport for 3 years. But I bought the passport because I said I wanted to go overseas to entertain the troops. That was my purpose of buying it. And I bought it and I sat on that passport for 3 years. And one day I got a Facebook message from a gentleman who hit me up from Germany. And I thought it was just somebody trying to scam me, like one of those, hey, you won $10 million in Nigeria kind of thing. And he goes, hey, man, how'd you like to come to Germany to headline shows for the troops? I'm like, yeah, I'd love to. Long story short, if you're serious, send me a deposit. He says, how about if I send you a plane ticket round trip with your name on it? I went 3 times. But I planted the seed, said I wanted to go, got my passport, bam. Why? Because I believe, I trusted. Yeah, it's a very important step. You got to believe and trust in yourself. Yeah. Misery loves company. Get away from the miserable ass people. The folks that are so busy telling you what you can and cannot do. Why? Because they ain't did nothing. They ain't went nowhere. What's up, Antoine? I see you. They haven't went anywhere. They haven't did anything. So therefore, they want you to be right there sitting beside them, looking crazy, watching all my children. And you could be out doing what you need to do. No, I'm not big time. I am not big time. But I'm happy. I love what I do. Yes, I have a day job. And people go, well, man, yeah, I have a day job. I do, and I work it every day, and I enjoy what I do. I love my comedy. And it's fun. I even get out and drive Uber sometimes. And people go, well, man, if you're such a comic, I guess you must not be as big as Kevin Hart. I'm like, no, I'm not as big as Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart will never be as big as I am either. So, but I believe in me, and I believe in what I'm doing, and I believe in the direction I'm trying to go. Take that back. I believe in the direction that I am going. I got to stop saying try. You stop saying try. I'm going to stop saying try. We going to do it. Make it your business to show people that you can do what you said they couldn't do. Hi, Auntie. Trust yourself. You're going to make some mistakes. Don't worry about the mistakes. Every mistake that you make is going to bring you that much closer to your success. It's just that simple. Yeah, you're going to make some mistakes. Let's see. Cheryl says, believe, trust, act. You act by getting your passport before you even had a contract to go overseas. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what happened. I believed. I spoke it into existence. And I went. Make your own path. I'm guilty of that one too. I've been making my own way for a while now. I've been a professional comic for a while. And quite frankly, I started off as an urban comic right here in St. Louis. I started off with Sid and Lavelle Crawford and Reggie Reg and those guys. And that was back when I had jokes on layaway. I mean, I was horrible. Yeah, I mean, I bombed so bad a few times. They should have changed my name to Ahmed. I was a terrorist. But I got through and I kept going because I believed in what I was doing. And then I'm telling you about sometimes people will say something that'll make you change what you're doing. My first wife said, "Hey, give up comedy or give up the family," and I told her I was gonna miss her. No, I gave up. I gave up comedy for 10 years. I did, and why? Because she didn't believe in me. She didn't believe in what I was trying to do, and the way she looked at it was taking too much time from the family. It was, but stop and think about it. If I wouldn't have, my priorities were just that. My priorities was my family, and so then therefore I said, you know what, I got to take care of my priorities, and I put my dream on hold, and I walked away from it. But I walked back into it, and bam, I've met you. I've made you laugh. I've seen you here or there. I've been some places where I can't. I performed places where I never even dreamed of because I could continue to follow the dream, and the dream was to make people laugh and make them laugh some more. To show people that laughter has no color. That's my dream, and that's what I've been fortunate to do. But if I stopped, and every time somebody told me I need to stop doing something, and I stopped doing exactly what it was that they told me to stop doing, we wouldn't be here. Quite frankly, I was told I need to stop using Longhorn and just go by Vernon Davis. And I'm like, yeah, I sound like an old white guy. Know what I mean, Vern? I was told to stop wearing the cowboy hat and just be, another black man on stage. Well, I'm proud to be a black man, but this is me. I am Longhorn, day in and day out. And if you've ever met me, then you know who I am. I can't tell my auntie to drink bleach, Dave. That's just not right. Anyway, you got to make your own path. I need you to move to the next level. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, whatever it is that you're trying to do, I'm going to be your biggest fan. I'm going to be sitting right there clapping for you. You tell me, hey, I got my first gig as a stripper, Dave, I'm going to come see you, boy. Yes, I am. I believe in you. I believe in each and every one of you. I believe that everybody has a purpose, and I believe that everybody can move forward if you just do the one thing first. Believe in you, trust in you, and y'all know I'm a man of God. Believe in your higher power. So that's what I got. Got a good week ahead of me. I know y'all have a great week ahead of you. I'm praying for y'all. Pray for me because I'm back out on this highway. Keep your higher power first. Believe in yourself. Hug them kids. Respect our vets. I'm Longhorn. God bless y'all. $2.